I have foreseen this. Which is why I have sacrificed a legion of my best psychers to be here today.
We are going to do a tabletop role-playing game. And we are going to use the rulebook that the Colonel provided. I got everything we need. Pen, paper, dice. It's all here.
Astounding! You managed to transport physical materials into the Nexus.
I hope none of you have plans today because these sort of games are very involved. They take a lot of time and effort to run.
That will not be a problem. I am ready.
I am a little worried though because our party size is going to be a little small.
Then you make your own character. The three of us can do well enough on our own. You don't need to look for any more monarchs.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Have you heard about the Three Musketeers? Because it would be like that, only cooler.
First, we need to create our characters. One for each of us will do. These will be the stars of our show. I am also going to be the game master. Some call it a dungeon master, but this particular rulebook calls it commander.
It really nails that militant vibe.
That's because the primary setting is World War III.
World War III? You must be in a very different timeline, Scarlet. I do not remember having a World War III.
Alright, character creation time. Let's start with the big idea stuff. Give me a name, a role, a little bit about what the person is like. No weird Xenos, please. This game is set to be much more grounded and concrete.
I want to play as a girl. Her name is Helen Swanson, and she likes tending to her garden whenever she gets the chance. Her disarming demeanor leaves her with a unique advantage for espionage.
Why is everyone looking at me like that?
Because, you know, that sort of sounds familiar, like someone we know. Even with her dainty little doilies, she mixes computers and social engineering for a very subtle touch at hacking.
That's enough for me to get started. Your turn, big guy.
I am going to play as a Japanese immigrant U.S. citizen who has studied demolitions and sapping techniques.
So you basically just want to play Bomberman.
Exactly.
Okay, time for me to show you how it's done. My character is Lieutenant Alan Burke, the leader of our fire team. He never expected his life would go in this direction, but then the Battle of D.C. happened and it changed everything for him. Up until that point, he felt like he was sleepwalking through life. Day in and day out, it would be the same mind-numbing routines. So the call to action snapped him out of that trance and he was very excited to do his part. He's got an average build, his skin is tanned from sun, and his only family left is his mother.
Wow, Scarlet, you came up with all that on the spot?
Yep, I told you I'm perfect. Now we can get to the more tangible parts of character creation. It's important to get this stuff done first because that will guide us through the rest of the entire creation process. Let's take Alan for example. His body's only average, but he has it where it counts on the inside. Next, you'll notice a grid, a 3x3 table. Those are where the main attributes are. There are 3 rows for body, mind, and a spirit, with 3 columns for attack, defense, and a vitality. Those first 2 columns, 6 squares total, will receive 18 points. This is what determines base dice rolls. To translate that to my specific character, Lieutenant Alan Burke should have 2 body attack, 2 body defense, 3 mind attack, 3 mind defense, 4 spirit attack, and 2 spirit defense.
So that's why we need to figure out where our specialties lie. Because my girl Helen is a hacker, so she needs to have powerful mind.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Do I really have to do math?
Yes.
5D mind attack, 3D mind defense, and everything else is 2D. That should add up to 16 total. Why can't I just have 0D or 1D for any of the fields?
Because that would mean your character is too handicapped. 1D is for those that are generally pathetic, which is why I gave enough margin to make sure that you should not necessarily need to do that. According to the rulebook, 2D equates to an average person. And though the number's hard cap at 10D, I don't expect any of you would be seeing that this session.
Stupid math! 3D for both bodies, 3D for both minds, and 2D for both spirits.
Good! Next we roll for fatalities. You add attack and defense. For example, Lieutenant Burke here has 2 in body attack and 2 in body defense. So real quick, what's 2 plus 2?
I hate you, Scarlet.
It's 4. So, I'm going to roll 4 dice right now. I rolled 18. That is my starting body vitality. Same principle applies for mind and a spirit. 3 mind attack plus 3 mind defense is 6. Time for me to roll 6 dice. 17. Not as lucky that time. Finally, spirit. 4D attack plus 2D defense. So 6 again. Initiative is just the mean average of vitality. I think it would be 18.
My turn. I want to roll the dice. There. I got 20. Now this is going to be tricky because I need 8, but we only have 6 dice. Send some paper. We will do this piece by piece. There, drop the die on the floor. Give me a second. $20 plus 2 more. 5. Mind vitality is 25. Does anyone ever actually use mind vitality?
I mean, if you see something really scary or you watch the guy next to you get blown up, it might be called upon.
Fair point, I suppose. I get one more roll before we are done. There. One more. 18. Now I need to consult the magic math machine. 20 plus 25 plus 18 divided by 3. And the initiative is 21. Alright, fine, it's my turn. Just give me your stupid plastic cubes. I think it's 27. Alright, that's for body. Now for mind. Let's do this again. Let's see. 3, 6, 5, 3, 3, 5. It's 25. Thank you, Palpy. And lastly, 4 plastic math stones. Six, 5, 4, 18.
Initiative should be about 23.
What a headache. Are we done with math? For now, I suppose.
Next is 5 skills. These are things your character is particularly good at. bombs for free because that's part of your military training.
Obviously, computer science and hacking would be two of mine. I kind of want persuasion. And because I want her to be a cute girl, I might as well put points in swimming and gymnastics.
My turn! And Lieutenant Burke is very spiritual, so I want to play into that. With skills such as willpower and a Jediism.
Wait, he's a Jedi? I thought you said there's no magic.
All points are correct. Jedi's an actual religion. Look it up. That aside, tactics is the obvious next one. And maybe a bit of first aid too. We could use that. And lastly, unarmed combat. Your turn, big guy.
Demolitions, obviously. Grenades because throwing bombs. And running to run away from explosions. Let's go with a study of chemistry, and I need one more. Oh, I know. Driving.
Next, we each get a unique skill. Think carefully, because this is the one time you can bend the rules.
I want access to advanced cybernetics.
That actually touches on a point that's special to the super soldiers. Genetic enhancements, cybernetic augmentations, and power armor. But that's advanced stuff, so don't worry about that right now. I'm going with inner strength. I could burst a roll in exchange for a spirit vitality. So if I roll a 5, but I need a 10 to succeed, I could spend 5 spirit vitality to force it to succeed.
Yeah, I thought it over, and I read something in your rulebook about something called a PowerPoint. So basically, I want an enhanced version of that, like a destiny point.
Yeah, I should explain about PowerPoints. In the original rules, it gives a flat plus 3D to whatever roll you're attempting. But there's an alternative ruling for it for those who want to focus more on story. Basically, it gives each player a chance to say, okay, it's my turn to do something cool. Everyone starts with at least one PowerPoint. Lastly, we got cool gear.
Because you don't want new players to start with garbage.
That's the design intention. We're playing as super soldiers, so we shouldn't be as pathetic as most starting level characters.
I have an idea.
Yes, what is it?
So like, all 3 of our characters are part of the same team, correct?
Yes, go on.
So instead of each one of us getting our own cool gear, all 3 of us could have different pots. So put the 3 pots together to get ultra cool gear, like a super weapon. That is brilliant!
Other than the hypothetical question of what happens if one of us is absent, or what if one of the characters dies during the adventure?
Well, I suppose, as the saying goes, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
And that's done! Character creation should now be complete!
Excellent. I'm stoked, so when do we actually start to play?
April Fools! I never actually intended to play at all!
No! 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 You witch! When it's my turn next, I will make sure I force you to continue this.
But next time is Palpy's turn.